What's good, y'all? It's HB Punch and Profit. We're going to break down price action in the New York session of the Nasdaq today, March 4th, 2025. But before we get started, like the video, comment down below, subscribe if new, helps the channel, helps me provide you guys with free content. Just started another 50K Express account, getting closer to my goal of 5 50K Express accounts, and I desire to copy trade all those with, one master account. Uh, Started this today, made my $200, then pressed the lockout button, and I'm done for the day, right? Now, I know a lot of you probably scoff at, oh, it's $200. That's not a big deal. But you don't understand. Put things into context. I know you guys watch these trade gurus on YouTube and you see them with their Bugattis and their McLarens and their big mansions. And I'm not saying they're real or fake, but what I'm saying is if they're real, okay, those guys put in the time, the effort, and the work over years to get to the point to where they can live that type of lifestyle and make that type of money. But and if you're already making that money, I don't even know why you're here watching this video because this is not for you. This is for people who are new or they're transitioning into a new style and they're trying to figure out how to become profitable. I hate to break it to you, but trading should be boring. Trading should be boring. Aiming for $200 a day is as much you should be starting off with. And if you're making more than that, like I said, you probably don't need to be here consistently. That is, if you're making more than that consistently, you probably shouldn't even be here. But I'm going to tell you the power of this little $200 target on a 50K Express account. Now, most of you will get your 50K Express accounts, and the first day you'll load up on minis and you'll go for broke and you'll blow out your account and you restart the process, and this will keep happening until you realize that's not the way to do it. It's not sustainable. You get your 50K Express account, get on the micros, aim for a modest target, $200 a day. Most Americans don't make that in a 12-hour shift in a day. Okay, I've worked a pretty important job in my past. I can't disclose it, and I've also worked very laborious work, 12-hour shifts. Didn't crack $200 a day, right? So I did this in about 1 2 hours of charting. 1 to 2 hours of work, $232. I've done 12-hour shifts, back-breaking, very important, dangerous work, and didn't crack $200. Use context. If you can nail that 5 days a week, which is not hard with micros, about 1 to 2 trades, okay, you go get your first payout, you go get another combine, you pass that, you activate it. Okay, now you have two accounts where you're making $200 over. That's $400. Rinse, lather, repeat. Get another account. That's $600. Then you eventually get five accounts. You nail $200 across all five accounts. That's $1,000 a day. We're talking about life changing money. Even this is life changing. Put that into perspective. Most people in the world don't make that in a day, folks. And you're doing it in 1 to 2 hours of trading. Please don't forget that. Trading should be boring. It was boring today. I just took it, boom, press lockout, I'm done. Okay? I see plenty of opportunities here I could get into and make more. But I know that if it's and I probably would have made $1,000 today on this 50K Express account. But it's not about that. It's about the discipline, patience, and consistency. It's about understanding that what if when that day comes to where you don't make that extra $1,000 and you lose money, that could be an easy day of work for you that disappears. Yes, you could have gotten back in, and some days you'll make money, but some days you'll lose it. But if you have already locked in money for the day, shut it down, okay? Because most people don't get that in a short period of time. That's what you have to remember. Sure, there'll be other opportunities. There's opportunities throughout the day, but when you're able to lock in a good income for the day, drop it. Your life may not change overnight, making $200 a day, okay, trading, but it will in a year drastically change. It starts compounding in your favor. It starts opening up scaling opportunities, and it starts exponentially growing. Do not scoff at that. $200 is a great target, okay? But most of you want to get out there and you want to buy your McLaren within 2 weeks, and you're going to figure out that you're wasting time. So let's get into it. First things first, higher time frame. I was leaning bearish. I wanted to see some things on the lower time frame to confirm, or some confluences that would push the market down or give me signals to look for sells. Uh, we're going to be looking for inversion, advanced market structure shift, inversion in orange highlighted box, advanced market structure shift in the bold blue line. We're going to put our stops at the swing lows or highs as a preliminary, or you can put it at discretion. Your win percentage will go down, but your risk to reward will improve. 5, take profit 1 to 1 or more, or at your discretion as well. Same thing. So first presented fair value gap after 9:30 a.m. is a bullish one. It's right here. There's a volume imbalance, and that's why it is a gap right here. Volume imbalance. We got to cover that. We'll change that green as the first presented fair value gap is bullish. Now, because we're looking for sells on the higher time frame, or higher time frame is telling us to look for sells, get this bullish fair value gap, we manipulate and take out the liquidity at this high. We come back down, we invert this bullish fair value gap, giving us more confirmation we're probably pushing down because bullish fair value gap is not holding. Also, we invert this bullish first presented fair value gap, another confluence. Okay, so first presented fair value gap gets closed on and inverted. But we know it's a high resistant day. The market's kind of choppy. We're off the 9:30 a.m. opening, so we know we have to be very patient. We come back up, we press back up, we create this inversion because we have this bullish fair value gap overlapped by this bearish one. We change that to orange. That's our first signal. We get this advanced market structure shift at the candle body low, and we have our first trade presented. And we do have to take some drawdown because we kind of purge up for a second. Even if I kept my stop at the swing high of the inversion. Now I'm using micros, remember that. I'm not putting 5 minis on and trying to take 24 points of drawdown, because you took about 25 points of drawdown. I have 1 or 2 micros on. Okay. Now, I don't show you this trade because this is the trade that you're going to hit consistently, or this is the trade you should get. I'm showing you all the meat on the bone. I'm showing you where the buffet is at, right? And that doesn't mean your fat ass needs to go to the buffet and eat all the fucking food, right? It means that you should be able to get a good meal for the day off of the signals I give you in setup. All right, now that's something you're gonna have to figure out how you want to frame. I like one-to-ones because I got 2 kids I gotta take care of, man. In the background, they're waiting for daddy to come out and take them to the playground and take them to the beach and all that shit. So I like getting in, getting out. I got 100 points. Okay, 100 points right here. That's plenty enough, man. 100 points off of this move. Don't be a greedy bastard. Okay, now you can't keep a tighter stop. If you kept it above where the inversion occurred, okay, you'd have been good. If you kept it below the inversion, you would have gotten, stopped out by a wick. But in this case, it held if you kept it above the inversion, or you could keep it at the high, or you can start off at the high, and as the trade goes in your favor, you can slowly pull it down, right, into profit. If you keep a tight stop, let's say you kept it above the inversion, okay, now you're looking at really good risk to reward. You can aim for, a 3-to-1, 2-to-1, 5, whatever, right? It's all how you want to frame it. You're gonna have to figure out. You have different schedule, different temperament. Some people may like to sit through trades, some people may not. It's all how you want to frame it. Okay, even with your stop at the swing high, you could at least hit a 2-to-1. Boom. So right there, that's about almost 200 points. I always encourage, if you're gonna keep a tight stop, just stay above the inversion, somewhere above the inversion. Okay, put on micros. Don't over leverage with minis and throw Hail Marys. So that was the trade for today's session. Now, there was one to the upside, many different opportunities, right? But why continue to trade when you hit your mark? Okay, so this is HB. Punch your profit. Comment down below. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.